I only look at like one camera.
Yeah. All right, Simon He. First of all, congrats with your top 8. Yet another top 8 at the YCS Lille. Tell us about your match against Long Dao in the top 8.
Against Long Dao, against the winner. Game 1, I OTK'd him. Game 2, he made a really good. I made Dweller, and then I set the bunk, and I thought that I would win because he searched Megalo with Dragoons. So usually people just summon Megalo and then try and kill the Dragoons, even though there's a minus. So I was pretty sure he was going to do that, then I had the bunk, and then it would go on from there. But he made a really good move. Instead, he sphere in his turn to Spike, and then summon Controller made Gungnir, and then discarded something from my back row and then attacked over it. So he won that game. And then game 3 was the crucial one where I made a huge misplay, like the biggest misplay probably I've ever made before. I was so confident with my hand because it was going so well. You know when you play Mermails and you gain momentum and you just have something.
Yeah.
And it was a long turn. The turn where I made a mistake was basically I flipped Lind and attacked his spike. He has nothing else on the field, just a physical spike. With Lind, I got my spike, discarded Dragoons and did some searching. And then after a long time of thinking, I realised I had OTK, and then I went like all out, discarded like Kund and something else for Megalo, and then Monster Reborn Marksman, and then I had OTK there. But obviously I can't go into battle phase 2 or anything like that, so it was a long time. I completely forgot that that I've already attacked. So I set 2 spheres. I was like, it's okay, it's a huge mistake, but it's okay because like if he can't do anything against this field, then I can double sphere next turn and he can't deal with the pressure. So he draws GX Controller, which is pretty much the only time he wants Controller because he still has the spike. Summons it and makes Black Rose and it's pretty much over from there. Wow. So yeah.
All right. Anything you want to say before we go to the deck or?
No, not really. Just one of the last tournaments I'll play in before the shit that's going to happen. The rubbish that's going to happen with the next set.
Nationals? We have our naps.
Okay, so it's pretty standard. So 3 marksmen, 3 dragoons.
It's the lightning.
3 lins, 1 lead, 2 guns, 3 tiers, 2 infantry.
2 infantry, yeah?
3 divas, 3 megalos, 3 spikes. That's the monsters.
Alright.
Aris, 1 econ, Monster Reborn, Mind Control, 3 MSCs, Heavy Storm, Dark.
All staples.
And then 3 spheres and 2 brute spells.
Alright. Anything you would change about the main deck?
In the main deck for this tournament, absolutely nothing. Like literally absolutely nothing. It went really well. To be honest, I don't think I deserved to top 8 this event. I don't think I deserved it because like I didn't spend any time practicing at all. I played a few fun games on Blue Network, but that's about it. There were so many decks I used to prepare. I used to play every single deck and then play a side deck as well, so I know everything. But in this event, I didn't test Prophecies, which was really good. I didn't test Heretics, which I actually really liked, but I had no time to test. I kind of wanted to play Heretics. So Mermails was the only deck that I kind of tested, but I went into the event, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to let the first few rounds, hopefully they'll be easy, and then I'll get used to the deck and side deck and everything. And I did, and I was really comfortable after that point. So yeah, every game was so comfortable. I felt really confident, so I wouldn't really change a thing.
How the breakthroughs work?
Breakthroughs, I barely looked at any deck list or talked to anybody in European Championship in Europe, and but I noticed that a lot of people were siding these.
Okay.
So they side these in for pretty much every single matchup, and I decided to just pretty much just main them. The only problem with maining these is it kind of slows the deck down a little bit because in game 1 you want the mono Mermails to go as fast as possible, like that's why you play econ and things like that, and that's why in game 2 you side in and you become more of a control. So, but 2 I thought it was okay. If I still keep it to 40 cards, I thought it was okay. Like in the mirror match, it's very crucial against Gaios or Dweller, against what's the 5 fist? It's like also when it's like double Vader. They can only beat you if they make Dweller pretty much or Shotmaster, and Dweller, this is just so good.
No squall? You're not a fan of squall?
No. Squall, because I played these, and I also played. There's also like Avarice and stuff like that. So many cards that you don't really want to open with. Squall is just one of those cards I do not want to open with these. Like it just becomes a hand where I'm just going to sit there and while stay. If I'm playing a mono mirror, they'll get so much momentum that I won't be able to play back.
Okay.
It's just not great.
All right, the side deck first, or the extra?
Step side,
I'll do the extra first. Well, actually.
Yeah, beside because of what's in the extra.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Okay, so I have 2 debunks, 2 instant fusions, 2 maxis, 1 snowman, 2 decrees, twister, sorry, and 2 torrential tributes. I gave the cards back. I always borrow cards. 1 Tragodia, 2 messenger pieces.
How are the instant fusions working?
The instant fusions were amazing. It's not my idea. It's Peter Gosus and Longdale's idea.
Okay.
Basically, you want to against the mirror, against Dark Lord, and against Gishki, you want to bring out Dweller. And with these, you can just bring out Dweller so easily. Yeah. You do take up some space in the extra deck, but it's okay. Most of the times, I didn't need a double Gaios or double Big Eye or Gachi at all. So these are really good. And even though in game 2 it slows down, I actually managed to find out by siding this, I actually sped up a little bit because so many games in game 2 I just managed to put like a large field out and I played this and I just managed to OTK him right there. And also, if you can't OTK him, this is good for just making a Dweller.
Okay, so what else do you side in for the mirror, just out of interest?
Okay, so it's mostly this. I barely sided Tragodia at all. Like I said, I haven't practiced, so it literally was all by theory. I just thought in my head how it's going to go between every matchup. And I just practiced. I just used the first few rounds as like a test and see how it would go. And I barely sided Tragodia at all. I think because I have the Bunk and these and Sphere and this, I think it's enough in the mirror. I don't really need Tragodia. And obviously in the mirror you kind of just place a lot of cards on the field, so Tragodia's going to be weak. How were the other? The Bunk was amazing. The Bunk is like a solemn warning for everything against the mono mirror. It's just I OTK someone through this just because I stopped explores. It stops. They're gonna side in Gauze or Trag, and they're gonna have maxis as well. So it stops like everything. If you do this on Megaload, then it's game over. So many times I won with this, and so many times I lost because of this because my opponent did this to me. So it's just really good. And also, it's kind of good against the Prophecy deck because you just remove the Priestess, so they can't life it back or reborn it back. I barely sided these. I don't even know. Like I was quite scared of Karakuri and Hieratic. I never really played with them or against them in this format, so I was kind of scared of the decks that can just place everything and just push through. So I decided this. I don't like Dust Tornado because I spoke about this with other Americans. Because if I play Dino Rabbit or Macro Rabbit or like Dino Fist, they're gonna side a D-Fisher or Macro, or they have Macro main. And Dust Tornado, it's good. You have to set it and wait a turn.
It's slower.
Yes, it's slower. I needed this.
I assume if you did, you'd save it for the macro or the fish.
Yeah, obviously.
Nothing else, no?
Messenger piece was. It was. I saw the winner, Angel Asensio's deck profile, and it was very interesting. I barely sided them because I was kind of worried. Like the only chance I got to side them was towards the end of the Swiss, and players were better, and I didn't want to take the risk, so I barely sided them in. Tragodia, barely sided them in. Decree was really good. I faced a few Macro Rabbits. A lot of people didn't expect it either. I don't understand why people don't side this. Like this sort of, against with mono mirror with the mono matchup against any trap heavy decks, you're gonna have issues because you don't want to drop your hand. So this was just so helpful. I never sided this. I'm not even gonna bother going into this. I never sided this. I'm not even sure why it's in there. It's just generic card that people put in. I don't even know why that much. One thing about the instant fusion is, what is that card called? Is that his full name? Yeah. What set is it from? What set is it from? That should be. Okay, there is actually a card that is slightly better, arguably better than instant fusion because
it an old card or?
Yes, it's a very old card. It's from
How is that?
LON, Labyrinth of Nightmare, I think.
Aqua Spirit. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's level 4. This card can only be special summoned by removing one water monster in your graveyard. As long as this card remains face up on the field, during each of your standby phases, you can change the position of one of your opponent's monsters. Once changed, the monster must remain in this position for the rest of the turn. So the last effect doesn't really matter, but it's a plus if it stays on the field. You just basically make this, instead of using this, and make Dweller with one of your level 4s. You should always have water monsters in your graveyard anyway, unless it's turn 1. That's one of the arguments. This is better for turn 1, maybe, because unless you discard stuff for Megalo or Tias, then this can be useful in turn 1. There's so many arguments for this because it's a water monster as well, so you can discard for Megalo. It doesn't take 1,000 life points. It can attack. This thing can't attack. It can be used as a single summon. This thing can't, and it doesn't take up space in the action deck. So this is really good.
Okay.
All right.
And it's a water monster, so of course you can discard, like I said, and it makes Dweller big. So
You can also do this in turn 1.
Yeah.
Spike,
Yeah.
effect, or every stores is a spike, and when you use the effect, or even this.
It was good. It was good.
Simon just
He told me about this.
Basically, Simon just got told.
And he told me about this the day before, and I was like, no, it's awful. Because when he said Aqua Spirit, I didn't even know this card existed. The thing that came to my mind was the Water Spirit IO, the trap thing. I was like, no, that's really bad. And then he showed me this after I had that list and everything. I was like, this is godly.
Thank you.
So, okay. Extra deck. 7 mains, 1 Dweller, 1 Big Eye, 1 Gaius. Because of Instant Fusion, I can't play 2 of these. I didn't really need it anyway. 1 Dweller, 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 something Trite, 1 Bahamut Shark, Armory Arm, Catasta, Gungnir, Black Rose, Librarian, and any 2 level 3 or 4 fusion monsters basically.
Alright, any last words you want to say?
Congrats to Longdao, he deserves it.
Yeah, indeed.
And I'll see you guys in Jersey, whoever's watching, if you're from America.
Alright, congrats and thanks for the deck profile.
Yeah, thanks, Simon.